questions based on grade 12 poems. In this lesson, we will be answering questions based on the poem On the Grasshopper and the Cricket by John Keats. So as you know, we do not read the poem, but we instead jump straight through to the questions. So here it says, read the poem carefully and then answer the questions which follow. The number of marks allocated to each question serves as a guide to the expected length of your answer. And it says, choose a description from column B that matches the name in column A. Write only the letter next to the question number in the answer book. So in column A, we are given the term, and in column B, we are given the description. So on A, we have a route line, and they say it is found in line 11. Let us go to line 11, and it says, has wrought a silence from the stove their shrills. Okay, this one seems like we're going to need reference from the above lines. So we can say, he rests at ease beneath some pleasant weed. The poetry of earth is ceasing nearer. On a lone winter evening, when the frost has wrought a silence from the stove there shrills the cricket's song. So this route means that if you read it according to what the previous line says, what does it say? It says that on a lone winter evening when the frost has wrought. So this means that the frost has brought about a silence. So the answer to 6.8.1 on A, we can say it is B. Moving on to the next letter, it says mead. Now a mead is usually an open space with grass where you can find insects and all sorts of animals that are suited to live in that certain area. So we can say the answer to this one is D. And now we have C. C says faint, and it is found in line 2. Line 2 reads that when all the birds are faint with the hot sun. It means that the hot sun has beat down on them to an extent whereby they are feeling weak, and hence we can say the answer here is A. And the last one says delights. This is quite obvious. It is C, which means pleasure and or joy. And now we have 6.8.2. It says refer to line 2 to 4 and identify the figure of speech used in these lines. Line 2 and 3-4 say when all the birds are faint with the hot sun and hide in cooling trees, a voice will run from hedge to hedge about the new mown mead. It says that when all the birds are faint with the hot sun and hide in cooling trees, a voice will run from hedge to hedge about the new mown mead. Now, this is a metaphor. It is a metaphor. And B says, explain why this figure of speech is relevant in this poem. Well, we can say that the speaker refers to a hot summer day when birds hide from the sun and stop singing in order to rest. But the grasshopper continues to persist and take over from the birds. And flies from place to place. Okay, so we have 6.8.3. It says refer to the octave. Now an octave is a paragraph or a stanza of 8 lines. So here our octave ends at line 8, And it says A, identify the time of year the speaker is referring to. Okay? The octave says the poetry of earth is never dead. When all the birds are faint with the hot sun and hide in cooling trees, a voice will run from hedge to hedge about the new moon made. That is the grasshoppers. He takes the lead. In summer luxury he has never done with his delights, for when tired out with fun, he rests at ease beneath some pleasant weed. Since we can hear that this is talking about the heat of the sun and birds falling weak and everything due to the heat, it could be summer. And let's go to B. B says, oh, there's no B. Okay. No problem. We'll just go to 6.8.4. This one reads that identify the tone the speaker would use in these lines. And you have to refer to lines 4 to 5. Lines 4 to 5 read, from hedge to hedge about the new moon made. That is the grasshoppers. He takes the lead. And this one says identify the tone the speaker would use in this line. Well, we can say he would use a joyful tone, or you can say delighted, or you could say excited. Okay, this is A. And now let's go to B. B says, why would the speaker use this tone in this line? Well, we can say that the speaker wants to show the joy and excitement of the grasshopper as it continues to hop and sing while enjoying the summer's day. Okay, and now we continue. We have 6.8.5. It reads, refer to line 9. Explain what the speaker means in this line. Okay? 6.8.5, on line 5 it says, that is the grasshoppers. No, that is not the one. Oh, line 9. Line 9 says, the poetry of earth is ceasing never. This line is similar to line 1, which says the poetry of earth is never dead. They have the same meaning. So line 9 is the figurative explanation of line 1, and line 1 is the literal explanation of line 9. So here we can say that the speaker wants to say that the beauty of nature is persistent, and it continues to be pleasant even during cold and uncomfortable times. Okay, let's go to 6.8.6. 6.8.6. It says, explain the contrast in the last two lines. The last two lines have to be lines 13 and 14. And they read, and seems to one in drowsiness half lost, the grasshoppers among some grassy hills. These lines convey a contrast, that the contrast is conveyed or created by the two seasons. let's say the 2 seasons, that despite them being different from each other, they both form part of nature's persistent and loving force. Just like the grasshopper and cricket. Okay, now let's move on to the last question. It says, one of the themes in this poem is the beauty of nature, and discuss this theme. Okay, 6.8.7. So the theme of the beauty of nature is conveyed by the grasshopper and the cricket. So we can say that the speaker describes nature as beautiful. This is evident in the lines when he said the beauty of nature is seasonable. And you can continue to say that the voices of nature are heard through the crickets and grasshopper, singing and enjoying the seasons. You can further say that nature is persistent in its beauty, even when seasons change. It remains beautiful. What you must remember when writing or explaining or giving us the theme is that you must always indicate whether or not you must indicate the whole paragraph in paragraph and do not write it in point form, because once you start doing that, whatever you write and it is incorrect, you will not even get a mark just for writing. So that is all for today. Thank you for watching.